In New York Harbor, along the Jersey Shore, and along the North Shore of Long Island. We want to take a moment to thank our sister station, 92.3 Now, for allowing us to broadcast 1010 Wins during this time of emergency. This is 1010 Wins. Sarah Miller, our service aide, Julie Vaughn, the writer. Jim Maloney is at the editor's desk. And I'm Paul James. Our coverage continues with Larry Mullins coming up next. This is WXRK-FM and HD1 New York.
A lifetime of this radio station too, and I know some of the most moving texts I've seen come through at 55701. We're still going to read them after this, which happens, but have been about how during the pandemic, the fact that so much was uncertain, so much changed, but we were there for people. We were consistent. We were that voice. We were that thing you could say, all right, well, everything else going to hell, but the people on the other side of the radio are playing the songs, and they're in the same experience that we are. That's what I love about radio, is that collective kind of experience that we're all having at the same time, good and bad. You know, we've gotten through a lot together. We've had unbelievable memories, live music memories, the not so silent nights, the summer opens, the Alt 92.3 free shows, even our little tiny performance space downstairs where we saw so many great bands weave together. And when I say together, I mean you, the listener on the other end of this speaker. We've done this together. Yeah. It's been really, it's been an honor. It's a great group of people, hardworking, New York proud, New York tough, the whole thing, so it's been an honor.
That's right. Kevin, how you doing?
I'm hanging in there.
Yeah.
Morning, Kevin.
How was that couch?
Welcome back.
Kevin Kenny, ladies and gentlemen.
Dude, I would love to. No, I slept way too many nights on that couch. But you and I were here till like 3 a.m. last night.
Yeah, man. We were just talking it up and everything. You were eating your pizza that looked pretty gross.
Well, I didn't even know you were here at first. I'm glad I didn't get like my underwear. And then like 2 o'clock in the morning, this guy rolls out of the studio. I go, thank God I'm not doing anything weird.
Yeah.
Except for eating pizza on the middle of the
exactly.
That's it.
Exactly. No, but we had a nice little chat there, and it was special. And you were here last night too. That was nice. We had a bunch of label people by.
Yeah. It was really cool hearing the stories of them bringing their artists in and stuff, because they were the ones that brought you the music.
Yeah.
And so that was really cool to hear all that. And your last song, Goodbye Elizabeth, was so good.
Yeah.
Perfect
Counting
choice.
Crows. Beautiful. Actually, funny, we were like one of the last live broadcasts during the pandemic, like going into the pandemic. And I remember we were here until they kicked us out. And we went out on a Counting Crows song around here. So it was a nice little book ending that happened at the end of the show.
Well, and listening to you, Kevin, last night, like you're Jersey, man. Like
totally.
You're a kid who grew up in Jersey. What shout out?
Hohokus, New Jersey. I got it tatted on the arm right there, so I never forget it.
Every time I drive past the exit for Hohokus, I think
it's a real place. It sounds like a Halloween movie, but it's actually a town.
But like you got to live a dream of yours.
It really was. And honestly, and I'm not just saying this, it's like one of my earliest memories is this frequency, because in the 90s, my mom turned me on to 92.3. She was the biggest Howard Stern fan there was. And a cool, really quick story I just got to tell really quick here as we close out is that she managed a bookstore, Brentano's in Manhattan in the mid-1990s, and Howard wrote a book. And so she was like his handler the day, and it was like her dream come true to meet this guy because of 92.3. So the next day, we're driving like preschool, and I'm listening to Howard with my mother, and he starts talking about her. And she's freaking out. This is like a dream come true. You got to imagine, right? He's the biggest thing ever. 92.3, the biggest thing ever. And she's ecstatic and she's overjoyed. And then he refers to her as an older woman. Oh! And she starts shouting on like Kinderkamak Road. If anybody's listening in Northern Jersey, we're driving on Kinderkamak Road. She starts screaming at the radio, "Older woman, I'm younger than you, Howard!" And it was, and my mom's an old petty Irish woman in New Jersey. It's 25 years later, and she's still talking about the story. So Howard, if you are listening, if any of these people are listening, you owe my mother an apology, buddy. Okay?
Howard who started this frequency, basically, right? I mean, my first, I was listening to him his first day in Philly in 1986, and he talked about masturbation for 45 minutes straight. And I
As he should.
And I was like, what am I doing? Listen to this. But I realized I was listening to the entire 45 minutes. But no, what an iconic guy that started this, and the guys at Kingston and everybody else has been part of that, the Weatherly all through the years here. Amazing. And now we got to hit this last song. We got to hit it. Kevin, why don't you kind of give this rundown of LCD Sound System saying goodbye?
Yeah, this is a beautiful song, and of course, a New York and a tri-state area band, and an iconic one at that. I think they're doing a ton of shows at Brooklyn Steel. There's the last plug we'll throw out there for a live show. And this is a beautiful song. It's a tough city to be from. It's a tough city to make it in. It's not always perfect, but we're not always perfect. And through the highs and lows, New York is there for us as we've been there for New York. And I think we all agree this is a great song to go out on and say goodbye.
Love you all.
New York, I love you, but you're bringing me down.
We may be changing, but we're not gone for good. Don't miss a minute of the next chapter of Alt 92.3. Download the free Odyssey app and follow us to keep listening to the alternative music you love on Alt 92.3.
WINS News Time, 8:50. Good morning. It's Susan Richard. If you've been tuning in over the last couple of weeks, you've heard us talking about a new era in New York radio. Well, that time has come. All news all the time is now being simulcast on 92.3 FM. The formal launch is at 9 o'clock, but we have snuck on a little early to get ready. Of course, 92.3 has its own incredible history in the city, so see if you remember some of these iconic sounds.
Well, 92 KTU, how do you like that, huh? Was it nice? Of course it was nice.
92, 3,
K!
Wanna rock? We deliver. K-Rock.
It's the all-new 92.3 Free FM.
Now.
3 more choices.
Let's go! New York City, make some noise! New York's new hit music.
Let's go! The hits don't stop. 92.3 Amp Radio.
Amp Radio. 92.3.
Well, for those of you listening to Alt right now, welcome to the 1010 WINS family. Lin-Manuel Miranda, thank you so much for being with us on this historic day. It's almost that time. So how about counting us down?
Sure. It's an honor to be the one to throw the virtual switch and kick off a new era in news in New York. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1010 WINS is now on 92.3 FM.
Heading up the Canyon of Heroes.
New York City.
Hear the roar of this crowd.
A city like no other.
Happy 125th birthday, Statue of Liberty.
A city with swagger.
It's a great day to be an American. It's a great day to be a New Yorker. At the core of the Big Apple is heart, and we all feel it here today.
We've cheered together.
Yankees win! Yankees win!
And shed our share of tears.
Massive efforts were undertaken to try to bring John Lennon back to life.
The debris from the TWA flight, a sneaker floating upside down, a seat cushion.
We've been through a lot together.
The city of New York is still without power.
The first can of gas has gone off, the second one, the third.
Police have captured a man whom they believe to be the son of Sam.
The massive superstorm is not far away.
Our resilience is unbreakable.
I can hear you. The rest of the world hears you. And the people who knocked these buildings down will hear all of us soon.
Never giving up.
We've had a miracle on 34th Street. I believe now we've had a miracle in the Hudson.
Today, history is being made once again, as 1010 WINS can now be heard at 92.3 FM.
Juliet Papa, 1010 WINS, reporting live from the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Glenn Schuck, 1010 WINS, here in Lower Manhattan.
Carol Dioria, 1010 WINS on 135th Street in Harlem.
Samantha Liebman, 1010 WINS in Prospect Heights.
Roger Stern, 1010 WINS in the Bronx.
Eileen LaPalmer, 1010 WINS News.
New York and the Tri-State have a new home for all news all the time. 1010 WINS at 92.3 FM. It's about time.
WINS FM in HD1 New York.
Hi, I'm Ed Sheeran, and 1010 WINS can now be heard on 92.3 FM.
Always live on the free Odyssey app.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 WINS, New York.
Good morning, 57 degrees, 9 o'clock Thursday, October 27th. I'm Lee Harris. Here's what's happening. As the City Council tries to come up with a rat action plan, our Eileen LaPalmer goes out on rat patrol this morning to see what needs to be done. Private security guards in the subway are apparently proving effective against fare evaders. New Jersey Senator Bob Menendez under federal investigation again. Laura Kavanaugh will reportedly be sworn in today as the city's first female fire commissioner. And 1010 Winds is now also broadcasting on FM in crystal clear audio at 92.3. Sports, the Islanders beat the Rangers. The next one, the Nets lost. 1010 Winds AccuWeather. Mostly sunny, breezy at times today. High 65.
WINS HD2, New York. Off 92.3. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
WINS FM HD3, New York. This is where our community comes together from coast to coast. We are Channel Q, an Odyssey original.
And I know she'll be the death of me, at least we'll both be numb.
Or HudsonHyundai.com. Payments will vary. Credit severity affects approval. See dealer for details. WINS FM in HD1 New York.
Hi, I'm Ed Sheeran, and 1010 Winds can now be heard on 92.3 FM.
Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Christian Alexander is our service aide. Phil Pilato writing. Oliver Sampson producing. Justin Traeger at the editor's desk.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Winds at 92.3 FM, New York.
Sunny and 59 degrees at 11 o'clock. Good morning. I'm Bridget Quinn. Here's what's happening. Rats. Who is actually in charge of getting them off the streets of New York? Our Eileen